Scott Costner, and my title is Senior Vice President, Island Def Jam. For some time, people felt that Def Jam went a little more away from rap and more towards R&B with the success that we've had, you know, with The Dream, with Neo, with Rihanna. So I think that when it came to rap music and the whole Twitter thing with the hashtag Def Jam back, and if you let Elliot Wilson tell it, he'll say he was the one that came up with it. I say Young Sav came up with it, but it's just a way to say, you know, Def Jam's back. You know, back in the 90s when Def Jam was a boutique label, man, I mean, any rapper who came out wanted to be signed to Def Jam. In my position, you know, Rick Ross and Young Jeezy are both grown men. There's enough money for both of them, you know, in their respective worlds of what they do. So I try to take that energy and focus it more towards making Big Shawn a bigger artist. I don't really get involved with two men's personal, if there was any personal problems between the two, I don't really get involved. That's on them. So what I try to do is, like I said, I just continue to be the person that I am. I keep it 100 with everybody, and I use my energy to take it towards like a Big Shawn or somebody to make him bigger and figure it out. Jeezy, obviously, from what I know from him, you know, he's one of the most prolific writers of our time that I've met, I think. Number one. Number two, the most important person or critic to Young Jeezy, from what I know, is his core fan base. That's what he worries about. He worries about motherfuckers on the street. He worries about the girls, you know, everybody who's in the hood and how they, you know, he wants to represent what they're going through at the time he puts albums out. So I think he was extremely receptive and happy with the reception that he's gotten so far on the album. I mean, nobody's really said bad things about it. I've been a big fan of Asher Roth for a long time. You know, the president of SRC is a close friend of mine, Gabi Acevedo. So I've known about Asher since the beginning, since they started promoting him a couple of years ago. So I'm just really, not only am I happy to be working with him, but I'm a real fan. That deal is a deal that happened between Steve Rifkin and Scooter Braun. Steve Rifkin, who obviously is the owner of SRC, and Scooter Braun, who manages Asher. You know, that's just a relationship that they'll have together with our whole merging and us, like, you know, the companies merging and things of that sort. You know, Steve and Scooter obviously will come to an agreement, and they'd have a discussion with Barry, which is what happened. And then they let us know that we'll be working alongside SRC in marketing and promoting Asher Roth's new album. By the way, I was drunk as a motherfucker and didn't realize it. Like, I mean, I did realize it, but I didn't know like it was too early to give up the info. And it was just me being excited, you know what I'm saying? Just as a rap fan, so. Well, you know, I have a special relationship with Pusha T because I worked the first project, Lord Willing. And Grinding was a single that, you know, we had to actually work 3 tours and 4 months straight before it actually popped off. So that, you know, Pusha T has like sort of like a personal, you know, part of my music industry heart, I guess, if you want to say that. So I think, you know, Pusha has actually maintained and done a great job of keeping his core fan base involved with him and his brother, you know, by consistently putting out great music, you know, by using this whole new viral wave in a very smart and intelligent way to keep his core audience fan interested. So I think all we're gonna do is, as a company, is put the machine behind him. Take what he's already normally doing right now, and then we'll just put our little Def Jam sauce on it and, you know, get 1 or 2 singles, big radio singles, and take him where he needs to be.